Remember, the key to success is working hard. For our country, we must have regard. Forget all your differences, let we start to build. And onward to progress we surely will. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us work hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together. So much of things that we need to see about. Surely I do have to spell them out. Cause you know as well as I do, the only way is put in more effort and less play. Because now, more than ever, we must show discipline, tolerance, and production to build a strong and better nation. I say that is the main foundation. So come let us go hand in hand, because this is our land. Come my brother, come my sister, and let us build a nation together.
Come, my brother, come, my sister, and let us build Grenada, Carriacou, and Petite Martinique together. This is our home. Let us work towards enhancing it, building it, making it a better place. I want to welcome you to the hub. Again, another opportunity that you and I have to discuss, to talk. That's the beautiful thing about our democracy. That's the beautiful thing about living in a country that believes in freedom of speech, that believes in freedom of association, that believes in freedom of conscience. I am happy to be a Grenadian. I am proud to be a Grenadian because I think Grenada is on the right path. I want to encourage those on Facebook to please share the live. Sharing is caring. I want to also say to those on YouTube, do the same thing. Share the live. Folks, a person who puts up himself or herself to be a candidate and then once elected a member of parliament is not putting up themselves to be a minister of government. So once that person is elected, that person is elected as a member of parliament. not a minister of government. In fact, I was saying to a friend today, anyone who goes into the politics and has the intention of running to become a minister of government will be disappointed. So you need to know that that person is first running to become the member of parliament for that constituency. And that is what it is. But here it is. I do not want our people, and I'm speaking to you here as a leader in this business. I do not want you to be an NDC supporter of 2008, 2013. I do not want you to be an NDC supporter of 2013 to 2018. I want you to be an NDC supporter from June the 22nd or the 23rd, right, to this point. With all what you have seen, with all that you have experienced from the good leadership of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, what is your conclusion? He is a visionary. He is a leader. He is smart when it comes to strategy, and he's focused. He's governing with a plan, and he can see talent in people. And I tell you this, there will be hype. There will be hype. There will be talk about the Honorable Ron Redhead, and those on the other side will talk. Those within NDC will also talk. But I trust my leader. I believe in my leader because I know that he has demonstrated competence. He has demonstrated foresight or vision in whatever he does. He sees in Ron the future of the NDC. And he knows for that future to be safe and sound and secured, Ron must also be competent and qualified academically and otherwise to stand on his own. Or else, if not, then that could be problem down the road. So we know that the Honorable Ron Redhead has a first degree, and we know that he intended to pursue a second degree, a master's degree. So we know all of that. We also know that there is a need for grounding. Because if you're talking about the future, there is a need for organization within the constituency. There is a need for grounding within the constituency. There is a need for reconnecting within the constituency because that particular constituency is a solid NDC constituency. And watch me, all the talk, Ron Redhead is very cognizant of that, and he's happy with the fact that he is serving his people. And here it is. It can act in his advantage because we know, and that's based on what is out there. We know that once you are within your constituency, you can do far more, because being a minister is just profile and having a portfolio. And between now and the next election, there will be more reshuffles. Keith Mitchell, within a short space of time, did 3 reshuffling of his cabinet. So it is nothing new. And all the ministers, all the members of parliament on the government side, they are knowledgeable of where they're going, who going where and who doing what, and they're all happy. Today I was saying to a friend, you making a fuss over this when they are all a happy bunch. They all understand what is happening and what will happen. So this thing is no surprise, no shock. They all met with the Prime Minister, our beloved Prime Minister. They all sat, discussed the strategy, right? The way forward. This thing is nothing new. No, it's not. So all the publication and we know that people will try to spin this, they will try to say X and try to say Y. But let me tell you, I can guarantee you that the Honorable Ron Redhead will be even more grounded and way stronger as he forge ahead within his constituency. That's an NDC stronghold, and the people love him. But you see, sometimes you have ministries and it could take a lot out of you, especially if you want to, self-develop, if you want to, accomplish more. So I am saying to our supporters, and I'm speaking to you, the supporters of the NDC, because that is what I have been doing in the last many days. You're in a political classroom, or you have been in a political classroom for the last many, many days. Hear this. Do not start regressing in your thinking. I don't want you to go back to that place of 2008, 2013, or 2013 to 2018. We know what existed there. We know this thing is not about position. It's about service. It's about service. And you believe that the programs and projects and all these things will stop in St. George Northeast because a person or my good partner is no longer a minister of government? No, 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 no. No, all the programs of all the different constituencies will continue. Nothing will change. Right? So I am saying Keith Mitchell and the NNP reshuffled the cabinet over and over and over and over. Well, the Honorable Tobias Clement, for example, he didn't have a ministry. In fact, he won twice without a ministry. So here it is. Ron is happy, and the entire team is happy. I know. And I know before all these different publications where all these people will be placed, what ministry they're going in, and where they would be moved to. And they're all happy. They're all comfortable. Ron is the future of the NDC. And they know that. You think our beloved Prime Minister doesn't know that? He red flagged that from day one. But you don't want your future to be ill-prepared or not to be qualified. You want that person to be qualified academically and to be so strong within the constituency that they're untouchable. And here it is. That is exactly what would happen. Exactly what would happen. So I am saying to you, we, the NDC supporters, we need to be smart. The media is out there for sensationalism. Man, the NNP has nothing to pounce on. They have nothing to go there and yap on. In fact, they will speak on this for a week or two. Yeah. And what's wrong with that? That should be a moment for us to understand that the NNP is empty. They have nothing going for them. So, as NDC supporters, as people who believe in Grenada, what we need to do is to support our beloved Prime Minister. He has never gotten it wrong. He has never gotten it wrong at all. So wherever any one of them go in or is placed, we need to support our leader. We need to support our beloved Prime Minister. That is what is important. It's not about a minister. In fact, I am so matured that I am not solely concerned about a minister of government or just a member of parliament. I am concerned more so about Grenada and about making sure that the NDC remains in power for a very long time in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. And that is the level of maturity I want you and I to have, to develop, because all you need to do is retrospect a bit at what took place in the last 18 months. Our beloved Prime Minister has not gotten it wrong to date. He has always gotten it right. He is a visionary. He is smart. He is tactical and strategic. And he can identify talent. He once run and those younger ones within the party to acquire more qualification, because here it is. After politics, there is a life. There is a life after politics. Don't fool yourself. Yeah. And especially when you're young, you have to be able to plan ahead to fall back on something. Because when you're out of this, people don't know you really. So again, the thinking, right, that we all need to have must be one of maturity, one that's big. It's about Grenada. And it's about ensuring that the NDC remains in power. And we should never fall into the trap of sensationalism, sensational media, right? Because that is what they want. The media, they're all about that. I met one of those journalists today in town. They say, well, the individual said, they didn't invite me tomorrow in the swearing-in ceremony, but going. I want to be there. I want to be first. And a couple of them calling some of those ministers what the changes will be and what, but the ministers are not saying anything, which is great. The sensationalism, drama, they have nothing to run on to, but they're about making money. If their story is hot and they get more views and more listenership and more, that's what they want, right? That's what they want. Hello, the reshuffle that our beloved Prime Minister will make, and tomorrow those ministers will be appointed and so on. They will take the oath, not appointed, but take the oath. That would never satisfy the NNP. So don't believe that you're doing anything to satisfy the NNP. The NNP supporters will never be satisfied with the NDC being in power, period. So they would never be satisfied. No matter what you do. You could reshuffle 10 times. So the reshuffling is for Grenada. It's to make sure that Grenada, right, remain on the right path. Grenada is what is important. That's important. The country, you're on the right path. Our beloved Prime Minister has not gotten it wrong to date. He has always been bang on target. So we, the supporters, must be mature enough to support what he continues to do without ceasing. I say to a friend some time back, we need to just forget about the critics, forget about the NNP, their pundits, their surrogates, what they think, what they say, and just support our party and support our beloved Prime Minister and his team. Because he has not gotten it wrong to date. And we support every action of our beloved leader and our beloved Prime Minister. That is the attitude we need to have. That is exactly the attitude. Because if we don't, then we start regressing. We start going back into the period of 2008, 2013. Right? Because I remember during that time, there were a lot of people who were disrespectful to the Prime Minister then, Uncle Tilly. I remember. And there were supporters who were supporting that kind of thing because they like a MP or a person who ran and won their seat and became a minister of government. I remember that vividly. But we are no longer there. We are no longer in that position. We are mature now. We are smarter now. You remember that period? You remember that period, folks? And there were people who were fueling it and supporting it, and the NNP can't succeed this time wrong because we are mature, we're smarter. That is why we are supporting our political leader and our beloved Prime Minister 100%. He has always gotten it right. And we are happy about that. He's a visionary. He sees down the road. Look how Grenada has been running. Look at how he has been governing this country. Transforming Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. Just smooth. Just nice. So I'm saying to you, between now and the next election, there will be more reshuffles. Cabinet, I tell you, NNP, Keith Mitchell reshuffling cabinet within a short space of time 3 times. 3 times. Yeah. And so what? And so what? When you got elected, you got elected to become a member of parliament to represent your constituency, not a minister. So as I said to you, I know where all the different folks will be going. Who will be going here? Who will be going there? I am not going to come and talk about that here. But because people are out there talking about me, good partner, the Honorable Ron Redhead, and and I say to them, but wait, just think about that. Ron is the future of the NDC. When he speaks, you can get that. His actions and everything else. He's been groomed properly for that position. Don't fool yourself. In fact, our beloved Prime Minister said so on many occasions. On many occasions. But he has to be qualified academically to stand on his own. right? I would love to hear in the next couple of years Dr. Ron Redhead. So he will pursue his master's degree, and it will be lovely if he can pursue his doctorate down the road. Lovely. He will have more time on his hand to focus on his constituents, his constituency, and he will be supported. Don't fool yourself, you know. We have a plan. He will be fully supported in his constituency. He will be more visible. More projects will be completed within his constituency with the support of the entire team. Don't believe you would not be supported and you joking. No self, you seeing things in that constituency. So I am saying some people cannot see down the road. There are some people only could see in front of their nose, and you know, most of us, our noses are a bit flat. It's just here. They can't see down the road. Right? I'm saying trust your leader. We must believe in our leader and the decisions that our leader make. I trust my leader. I believe in our beloved Prime Minister. He's smart. He's strategic. He's tactical. He's a visionary. He understands how important it is to build a person. If you're preparing a person for leadership, for the future of your party, that person must be academically sound. We are in 2023. In fact, a teacher once said, if her students are brighter than her, she will give up teaching because she wants to be a step ahead of them. And that is a similar situation. You want your future leader to be smarter, to be more academically inclined, to be, you know, to be what one would say sound, holistically sound. So don't worry, everything is okay. All right? The entire team is okay. They're fine. They're doing well. They understand the strategy. They understand the mission. This thing is not about being a minister and so on. In fact, there are folks who are ministers, right, in different constituencies. And they would rather not be because they're busy with their ministries, traveling quite frequently. And yes, that's a part of the job, but their constituents would say, well, I ain't seeing them. I ain't seeing they doing X or doing Y, and so on and so forth. You understand the point? I'm telling you. So it's a good opportunity to serve in different capacity, different ways and means, and it's to show how humble one can be. That is what is significant. In fact, the story out of all of this is the humility, the simplicity. It's not about position. In fact, if it was about position, I'll give you a typical example. Use me, for example. Use Kem Jones, for example. Because Kem Jones was out there in the vineyard, was out there laboring, busting his tail off for the last 9 years. When a lot of those folks who position themselves, who get this and who get that and big work here and big work there, they were in hiding. They were nowhere wrong. Right? In fact, some people thought that, once NDC wins, well, Kem Jones will look for some big work within government. Some people thought that. Yeah. Use me as an example. Yeah. I could have taken some work within government and they couldn't tell me no. No. I'm telling you. But I am so humble, so meek, so mild, so simple. I was never interested in position. I was never interested in running into government and trying to be this and trying to be that. I was never interested in that. I was interested in Grenada and making sure that we get rid of Keith Mitchell and the NNP and put Grenada on the right path with good leadership and a good team. I used to walk just after the election when people were getting positions and so on, and folks would say, hey, well, how then you no position? Huh? All the work you do, you don't get no position? And look who get position then, look who get position then. You know, and for me, it's not about that. Right? Let me just block this person here once and for all here. All right, so this Brenda, something you're gone. All right, see, so easy it is to just block these idiots who'd come under the live. Just so easy. All right, add to block list on this chat too. Right, so that's gone. So easy to block those idiots. They don't last long under the chat. The minute time they come under the live, I just block them. Poop. And you see them no more. You hear no more about them. But the live's still kicking. Right now, we have 713 people viewing me on Facebook and YouTube jointly at once. All right. And then, people are listening to me on the radio, Vibes 101.3 FM, Vibes 106.3 FM. All right. That doesn't change. So I am saying to you, just use me as an example of that. Because you may have heard that and just after the election. Well, how is it that all of them getting this and getting that? And how Kem Jones? But I am not that type of person. I am not a guy who looking for position and rank and power. And no. No. Nope. It's just different. Different vibes. I am still serving. I am still reaching hundreds and thousands of people. I am still able to connect with our people everywhere I go. You meet people and they're joyous, they're happy when they see me or when they meet me or I'm telling you, because they understand that I'm a genuine camper. Not one foot in the water and one on the show. Either all in the water or all in on the show. That's how I operate. So use me as an example, right? That's important. Use me as a typical example. So what we need to do is to support our leader, the decisions of our leader. He's a visionary. He's smart. He understands down the road. And he can red flag leadership. He can red flag, the kind of talent that people possess, if you recognize that. So don't be afraid. All right? Let's support our leader, the decisions that he will make tomorrow, although all the ministers and all the MPs, they know their positions already. All right? All of them. And there would be a press conference, I think, on Friday. So you would hear them and, But these things don't move me. I am not interested in who will be this minister, who will be that minister, and what ministry they will hold. I am interested in the entire team working together to develop Grenada, Carriacou, and Petit Martinique. The entire team. Each one helping one. That is what I am interested in. Because I know teamwork makes the dream work. And right now, they are a united team of men and women working together to make sure that Grenada is transformed, that Grenada develops. That is what is important in all of this. That is what is significant in all of this. Grenada belongs to all of us. But when you're united, when you stick together, you can do great things, marvelous things. And that is exactly what we are seeing now in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. We must continue to support our leader every step of the way. And that is why when I, reposition this program, change up certain aspects of it, I stated to you, we must defend our party, promote our party, defend our government, and promote our government. We have to be bad for our party and government, right? We have to stand up for our party and government and our leader, night or day. I'm telling you. And that is the position that I take, and I want you to take that same position. I'm telling you. At the end of it all, it is about our leader and the team of men and women who transform in Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. So let the NNP stay there, bomb the gum, talk rubbish. We expect them to blah, blah. That's all they can talk about. That's all. They don't have depth. They don't have nothing in them. But let's move on. Because I'm excited. I am excited about the future. I'm excited about NDC. I'm excited about the NDC administration, the government, and our leader and the decisions of our leader. And I stand fully in full accord and solid with our leader and the decisions that our leader will make. And I want you to be at that same position, that same place. I love the fact that we are holding together. We solid like a rock. We ain't worrying about NNP and them. You're crazy or what? You're mad or what? You joking? I will always stand with this team of men and women who are doing good for Grenada, Carriacou, and PT Martinique. And I'll defend them any day and every day. Yeah? So that's the message. Let's stand with our leader. Let's believe in our leader. Let's continue to believe in our leader. He has never gotten it wrong yet. He has been right every step of the way. He is blessed. He's God sent. He's not doing what he's doing by accident. He has been anointed to do this, to save this country from what we were experiencing. But let me move on. Folks, I am very, very pleased with you, the people in the diaspora. You have heeded the call, and you continue to do so. I told you, once you come to Grenada, register to vote. And I have received umpteen calls from you who are here already. So a number of Grenadians, our brothers and sisters, they are already here. And they've stated, Kem Jones, either they say they register already, or add them to the database, or they go in and get registered, or where they have to get registered. So the thing happening, that is how influential your humble servant is. You are listening to your humble servant, because I am a leader in this business of politics. So you're doing what you're supposed to do. I love that. So I want to again say to those who are coming, because those who are already here, they have started doing that. That's where victory will come. Because remember, we set ourselves targets, right? So you come in for the independence celebrations. The minute time you come to Grenada, get registered, call me up. If you don't know where, call me up. If you need any assistance, call me up. I will get the ministers and the MPs to send people to pick you up and organize and get you registered. You hear me? I will do that. So Camille saying I registered when I was home in November. Please add me to the database. Yeah, don't worry, Camille. We will dedicate 2 days of programming, and I will have 2 trusted friends in here who will enter that into the database right here in the studio. So 2 days will be dedicated just after the independence celebration. 2 days will be dedicated for that, or maybe 3, for you to call in, communicate with me. If you have your ID number already, you're going to serve me with that. If you have not done that, you're going to just give me the name or your address, your phone number, all this kind of information. And then I will follow up to make sure you know that you're intact when you're going to get your ID and all these different things. So we're going to do that. We have that well set, well oiled. Well oiled. The machinery is well oiled. So when you come to Grenada, remember we expect about 5,000 Grenadians coming back home to celebrate the 50th independence celebration or 50th independence. This thing is big. But we want out of that at least this time around between 3,000, 4,000 people to register. That's important. So yes, you're coming to celebrate the independence. Yes, you're coming to different galas and cocktails and different events and so on. Maybe you're going up to Carriacou, right? Carriacou side, maybe. Because you have carnival on that very weekend, the 9th, Friday, right? Friday, the 10th, 11th, 12th, that kind of thing, that weekend. So I'm saying to you again, when you come to Grenada, please, I beg of you, I urge you, get registered. All you need is a birth certificate or a Grenadian passport. That's all. That's all you need. And I can tell you where. So if you are living in St. George's, but you're from St. Patrick East, let's say River-Sally, right? Or Hermitage, you can go back there and register. In fact, we will prefer that you go back there and register. For example, if you used to live in the South, if you're living in South as Grandans, and you're originally from Hermitage or let's say River-Sally, you're entitled to go there and register. And I can tell you where the parliamentary elections office is. And I can organize with the MP there and the people there to get you to go and register. Right? And then you have, let's say you're from Shantimel or Mount Rodney, but you're living in St. David. All right? But you're overseas, huh? But you living before you left to go to America or Canada, England, wherever overseas, you were living in St. David. But you're from Shantimel or you're from Mount Rodney. I want you to go back there and register. Right? I want you to go there and register. So, but you understand the drill. So if you from Carriacou, for example, but you came to St. George's or you came to St. George's Northeast or you came to, you're from Carriacou, you can go back there and register to vote. So that is what we want you to do, because we want greater numbers, of course, in St. Patrick East, St. Patrick West, the 4 constituencies in St. Andrew, Carriacou, St. John, St. Mark, St. George Northwest, right? We want greater numbers there. St. George Southeast, greater numbers. St. David is all huge. South St. George is all huge. St. George, Northeast is all huge. So I am saying it's so important that you understand. So not because you're living in a place, it means that you must vote there or you must register there. Remember, you're overseas, but you're originally from a next place. For example, a good friend today, she lives in Grenville before going overseas, but she's from Mount Horn, right? So I called my good friend today. Well, I called both of them, Gloria Thomas and Delma Thomas, the Honorable Gloria Thomas and the Honorable Delma Thomas, both of them, to find out where is the parliamentary elections office and where the person can go and what kind of arrangements, because she's going back soon. And within no time, they were able to say where, because that is where the person is from, Mount Horn. And that is what we want to see. We want to see more for people. Once you come for the independence celebration or carnival or any event, please take the opportunity to register. Within days, you're getting your identification card. Within a matter of days. And even if you ain't get it in this time wrong, once you're registered, your name will be on the voters list. When you come back, you will pick up your card. So I want to encourage you, because so far I am very, very impressed with what I am seeing. I am extremely impressed. So we have to work even harder where that is concerned. Very, very hard. So I want to urge you, because that is where the battle lies. That is where the victory will come. I am a political strategist. That is where victory will come. So I'm saying again, you're coming for the independence celebration, coming back home to celebrate. All right? You're not coming for one day. If you're coming for 2 days, you will have time to register still. 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, register. My number is the easiest number to remember. Write it down. Save it in your phone. Save it on WhatsApp. Once you come to Grenada, call me. If you want to register, having any challenge, please call me. And if you hear call me, hit me up. Call me, hail me up. You understand the point? The number is 1-473-415-4817. That's the same number, the normal number, my number. Call me. Hit me up. All you need is your birth certificate, your Grenadian birth certificate. And if you don't have one, you will get that within 2 days. Within 2 days, you get in your birth certificate. And I think it's about $7 a one. So it's $7 within 2 days. Because you need the one with a stamp on it. All right? The official one. And all you need to know is your mother name or your father name, and they tell you come back. Come back in 2 days, and you get your birth certificate. All right? If you have a Grenadian passport, it must be legit, not expired. So you get a Grenadian passport and you're good to go. That too will get you registered. So far, so good, but we need to work even harder to make sure that as many people as possible who are coming here to celebrate the independence get registered. We need to go the extra mile to make sure that they get registered. All right? So far, so good. In fact, today alone, I had about 6 people call me today. All right? Just today alone, 6 call me today. Kem Jones, one pass up. So, Kem Jones, you don't know me, boy? I said, well, tell me now. They say I used to, the lady said to me, she used to be in my grandmother's house. She said, I used to be in your grandmother's house. You remember? She used to come and check Catherine and my aunt and son. She said, boy, Kem Jones, I was in your event in New York. She said, you don't remember me? She said, you dance and all with me. Right? And then she said, I got registered, Then when she got registered, she come down, she got registered, and she ready for them. That's the attitude. That's the way to go. You understand the point? Another one called, she say, Kem Jones, boy, I want to know where register for. Or where to register for. She say, I live in a high street in Sotes. I say, okay. All right. Okay. You're a Grenadian. Yeah. So I call my good partner, Joseph Andel. I say, man, high street is where? Say, yeah. He say, solid. So we have to get our people registered. We must work extremely hard to achieve that. I would love to, know that we got 3,000 people, 3,500 people registered. And once we have your number, your email, and so on, we can mobilize and organize with you so you can come down and vote when the time comes. Nobody could stop you from voting. Nobody. Not a man could stop you. You have a right, just as anybody else here, to vote. Nobody could stop you. So let's continue to work on that. And I remember I told you since quite a while now, right? That this is my project. I set targets. I set goals. We're going to have a radio station of our own. And we're going to have that database and mobilize and organize as many people in the diaspora as possible to register. I told you that's my mission. And I'm not ceasing. I'm not stopping. I'm going at it head on. But I want you on board. I want you to support this move. And you can do it. Your family members and everybody, I expect about 500 people at my event, right? And 450 or so actually coming from the diaspora. So if we can get that 450 to register, and I will make an extra effort to get that. And if we can get the other people who are going to the other events and coming to Grenada, because you're listening, to register, we can make that mark. We can make that mark. 3,000 people, 3,500 people. We could do it. We've done it before. When we set targets, we achieve it. So I want to urge you, let's work towards that. Forget about all the reshuffling and the this and the that. That will happen and that will pass. But you see, to guarantee victory next election, that's important. Very, very important. So again, I want to urge you, please come into Grenada. You will be in Grenada for the independence celebration. You are not yet registered to vote. I urge you to do so. We are here to help you. And a lot of us, we are here to help you and to make sure that you get registered. Even if we had to pick you up, drop you there, make sure you're registered, pick you up, drop you back home, pick you up, bring you for your birth certificate, pick you up, bring you in the electoral office, pick you up, drop you home, we go do it. You understand? We will do it. Because we understand fully well that the folks in the diaspora right now, they're on the side of the most honorable Deacon Mitchell, supporting him 100%, and the NDC party and the team of men and women. The NNP has lost the diaspora, miserably so. They don't want to see them. They want to hear them. So let's work assiduously on that mission to get as many people as possible, our people, registered. We know our people. Everybody know everybody. We know who is who. Let's get our people registered so that come the next election, we can have a resounding victory. That is where the election will be won or lost. Believe me. All right? So I want to wish you all the best tonight. I have more tickets for my event. If you don't know, I have more tickets for my event because there are a number of people who said keep some tickets for them and So we cannot count them in, but they ain't coming up with the finance, some of them. So if you're out there and you want to come to the event on the 9th of February at Radisson Crown Ballroom and also at my place, because remember it's an event that's twofold. One, we started at my place from 10 to 5, free oil down, food and so on free, and we're selling drinks here. And then we go to Radisson Crown Ballroom from 7 until 12 midnight. Plenty entertainment. Donald Best, the violinist, Lyndon Langdon, the saxophonist, Marcus Smith, the pianist, two renowned DJs, DJ Selector Beast and DJ Karim. And then you have the biggest and well-respected band, live band, Solid the Band Boy, taking it all away. We have Tessa and Alexander. She'll be doing some spoken word, poetry and so on to entertain the audience coming from Canada. She's doing that coming from Canada. Donald Best is coming from Boston. So it will be really nice on that night. Really nice. We have some finger foods, not a lot, but, people who didn't eat oil down and food and so on, they might opt to do some little finger foods. And then the drinks. We have drinks. The tickets for the tickets that I have now, I have some for 300 EC and some for 350 EC. That's the tickets that I have at this point in time, right? The early birds, they're all gone. So again, just saying to you, that is what I have at this point. But I still hold in some early birds for a couple of people. And if I realize that they ain't coming up, that they ain't paying up, then I'll just sell it the same way. You understand the point? But for now, what I have is $300 and $350. That's EC money tickets. 300 EC and 350 EC. So if you want tickets, you can get, right? So just giving you a heads up, all right, for the event. It will be nice, wonderful. And then we have the drinks. The premium drinks, we'll be selling it that by the bottle. The premium drinks, right? Like the Hennessy, the Cavassier, the Jack Daniel honey or Jack Daniel, the Jameson whiskey, the Johnny Walker Black. We'll be selling that by the bottle. So you might have a table. And you have 5, 6, 7 friends. So you're there around the table and you're having a wonderful time. So you get a bucket and you have ice and you have your bottle there and you have the glasses. So you'd have to go in the line and stand up and, just enjoy it. Enjoy the music, enjoy the entertainment, that kind of thing. All right? The Eldorado 12, the Eldorado 15, it's premium drinks, right? A bottle of Malibu, for example, might just want that. So I'm saying these kind of drinks that will be sold. But the ordinary drinks, you're going to get that there free. The beers, the Heineken, the Guinness, the Carib, the malt, the Rivers, the Jacqueline, the vodka, Smirnoff, vodka, and that kind of thing. The kind of basic drinks. If you want a bottle of Baileys, for example, that's a premium drink, right? You get a bottle of Baileys there. You're going to get that there. So the other drinks, like ordinary drinks, the class coat, this and the class coat that, the number 3, the number 7, that kind of rum, the dark rum. You're going to get that there that you could just go and drink and take a drink, have a drink. Nothing wrong with that. But the premium drinks, it's really for the bottles. You have to buy that. Because if you're going to give that free, then better you just do everything free, right? It means that you boss. All right? Nice. So, folks, I want to wish you all the best. Have a wonderful night. Peace and love. All right? We will connect tomorrow, God's willing. We continue the journey. We have to continue that journey, boy. We ain't giving up. It will be wonderful. We have to continue. Take it. I'll be back with you tomorrow, God's willing, starting from 8 in the AM. Yes, the different class code. We're going to have that too. So it will be wonderful. All right? Wonderful. So have enough drinks and so on there. The wine, you have the wine and so on. But, of course, yellowtail wine and them kind of top class wine and so on. that is Pong and Krong. So if you want a bottle of that, then of course you'll have to buy that too. There are other wines that you could get easily, but the top class wine and them, it's expensive. So if you if you go to give that out, you're going to bust the entire event will be bust. You don't want that.